How you doing, guys? Just make sure. Just a tad. Um, Hello, guys. Hope everybody had a good week. It's been a good week for me as well. So yeah, like I was mentioning in the group, guys, it's been I have a call, and actually not a call, but I'm in for a call to look at another property in a bit. So again, I'll try to make it as quick. Again, if I get a call, then I have to log off on the Zoom. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. That check, guys, that I showed you guys right now in the group, again, that was a check from a property that I bought last year. I took it down. I bought it from a wrong number, converted it into a transaction for me. Hold on, let me just check real quick. Someone's calling me. My business line. Let's see who's this. Oh, they hung up. So yeah, what's it called? Converted. It was a missed call. That was the call that was the lead that I tell you guys that for some reason my SEO, my website, it's in another Gmail GMB account. So they called my number. I spoke to the client. I told actually I get a lot of calls like this that where it's the wrong number, but I can help them on real estate because we do buy properties, and I might save you like $1,000 just in answering the questions. Again, long story short, he said I showed him what to do. He said, I'll get it. I got it. Perfect. And then he calls me back like a day later. You know what? The lady was going to help me. Doesn't want to do it. Can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, definitely. It's like, well, what are you trying to do with the property? I asked him. He's like, I just wanted to, again, I just inherited. I wanted to get rid of it because I try to invest into it and I'm down 20K. He's like, well, how much do you want for it? He's like, I want 25. He's like, well, will you take 20? He said, yeah, okay, perfect. So I locked it up with 20. I bought it at 20, sold it at, I think it was 69. Took a down payment. I think it was like 30, 35 with a promissory note, which is this one. And I got this check today from a wrong call, $20,000 purchase. Again, almost triple my money, double my money on that one. So yeah, make every count call, right? Make every conversation they call again, count. This is where the guts comes in to make sure that we know how to conversate, navigate, and transform a lead that might be a dead lead into something like an interesting conversation. Like this guy eventually said he just wanted to get rid of the property, which worked for him. Just let me know. Let me just log in here and make sure I'm online perfect. That you guys can hear me. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, stop me because if not, then I'll just tell you how my week went. I talked to a client. So I had this deal locked up at a purchase price of the balance, right, on the mortgage, which was like 37,000. So it was like 37,000, right? So again, there's the pre-foreclosure. So if you guys know how long it takes to get a hold of the loss mitigation department to make sure that we get payoffs and everything, right? So that took a while. Eventually, I got a payoff for the property. The lady then tells me, she doesn't call me. Mind you, I'm doing the follow-up because I have it on my list to follow up, right? So I'm just following up with her, just to let her know what are the updates. And then she says, well, actually, I spoke to a realtor. He's gonna list it for me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we have an agreement between me and you, as far as to what's called for me to buy the property. Again, you can't do that. And it's like, oh, it's because I wanted to get some money. Like, well, the first agreement was just for us to purchase it as at the payoff balance, and now you're switching it on me to want some money. So okay, I was considered okay. I can do something, but let me make sure that you move out. You move out of the property, and before we move out, that you the house is clear, and I'll give you maybe $5,000 to $10,000. It still makes sense, right? She's like, okay. So then she, again, time more passes because I'm still waiting for an updated payoff. I'm just checking, make sure that I'm live, guys. Sorry that I'm turning sideways. So then I called her, and she's like, no, actually, just speak to the client, to the realtor who's gonna help her, supposedly. She's like, again, I went back. What are you talking about? You can't do that. It's a signed agreement. Like an hour later, the realtor calls me, right? The realtor calls me, like, yeah, can I speak to such and such? Like, yeah, well, you have an agreement with Mrs. I think her name is Gloria. Mind you, Mrs. Gloria she's divorced, right? She's divorced. The mortgage only has her name on the contract. The title has both her and her ex-husband. I know for a fact that we need to have both signed to transfer title. So I let her know in the beginning, like, yeah, definitely. You know, right now I'll sign with you because you're on the mortgage. When it's time to do what's it called, the payoff, to get the transfer, I'll make sure that you get your husband involved. I need his address. I need his social security number. I need his date of birth to make sure that they want title and there's no issues. So she knows this. So the realtor calls me. His address. I need his social security number. I need his date of birth to make sure they want title. There we go. We're live. So the realtor calls me, like, yeah, I represent Mrs. Maris. Well, before I represent her, I want to make sure we have a contract. He's like, well, can you send me the contract? Like, yeah, I can, but I need to have the approval from Mrs. Maris. So it's like, because she's telling you something and she's telling me something else. So he three-wayed her. She's like, yeah, I'll send him the contract. Send him the contract. The guy calls me back. I don't answer because I'm busy. He sends me an email. Well, it sounds like you only signed with Ms. Maris. If you want to make a formal offer. Now, Mrs. Maris, mind you, Mr. Maris wasn't even in the picture. He didn't want no money from this transaction. During the call, she's like, oh, you didn't tell me that my husband had to sign. She lied to me. Now, I have all the calls recorded. Like, when she calls me, I record all the calls. So there's a call recorded where she said that, okay, yeah, I know he'll sign. So she knows that I told her. So long story short, the guy said, you know what, their contract's not valid. If you want to make a formal offer with Mr. and Mrs. Maris, go ahead and make your formal offer. You know what? I didn't want to deal with it. So guess what I did? I'm going to record a memorandum of contract. So I was going to make on this deal I was going to keep it. I was going to pay the mortgage 15 to get it current. I was going to pay her 10. And then I was going to owner finance the property for 100, probably get 30K down payment. So I'll probably be, I was going to be out 25, then they'll get 30. I'll be up 5. And then of course collect the rest for the middle. But then this guy get in the middle. So I'll probably get so this guy in the middle, it won't be a long-term deal. I'll just get a memorandum of contract, what's it called, the release of lien fee. So I'll probably make around 15K on this deal. What they don't know is that I know how to record a memorandum of contract. So once I record the memorandum of contract, nobody knows, if somebody else doesn't know what it is, it's just an agreement. It's just something that clouds title. So when they say goes to transactions and it gets down to closing on the title, they'll run title and it says, oh, who's this guy? And they're gonna have to call me to get released. And then when I'm getting released, I'll release it. Give me a $20,000 release fee. Why? Because I have an agreement. And maybe I do have an agreement just with, if they want to go, you only have an agreement with Mrs. Maris. Well, Mrs. Maris owns half of the property. So if you sold it for 100, then 50%, I want the $50,000 belongs to her. I want $20,000 for that. So it's just, again, this lady has been flaky since the beginning. The reason why she called me, because she said that the previous realtor was being flaky with her. And I go in, I resolve her issue because it is going through foreclosure, probably in the next couple of months. And now she switched it twice on me, saying first, and I told her, like when I was recording the call with the realtor, it's like, you're being unethical. You're telling this guy that I cheated you out of the contract by not telling you that your husband has to sign, but not telling that I'm buying your house. You switched it up twice on me. First, it was just for the payoff, and then you moved it to an extra money to you, and then you telling her that now you want to go with the realtor guy. I know the realtor probably said, "Oh no, he doesn't have a contract." So the realtor's also doing something unethical, because she said he's telling the person that my contract's not valid. Hey, okay, perfect. Let either, if you want to go to the court and we go to the point and you get to the court and you get it where the court agrees with you, then I'll release my release of lien by itself. but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna go to that point of getting an attorney to, hey, getting an attorney to fight me on the release of lien. They'll probably just pay. I'll probably ask for 20. I'll probably settle for like 15. But yeah, that was my story this week with this realtor guy. But again, it happens. It happens. It's just a matter of when. Again, it's a matter of when, not if. So that was that one. What else? About the other property that I told you guys about. I think I mentioned it. I got it for 65. I paid the lady 26 for her equity. I took the contract sub too. I'm gonna list it. Well, I have a buyer, I think, for 87. So if I sell it right away, I can probably make 23, 24 on that deal. If not, if the guy says no, then I'll just list it for 109. Probably make 30, 35 once it's done. Great area, great location. What I did, she moved out. I hired some people to go clean the house. It's already clean from the inside. I hired somebody to go pick up the trash, and I got a couple of showings already before I even listed for a cash offer. So I don't have to list it. But again, if I don't get the price, if I don't get 87 for it, then I'll just list it. I'll just list it with a realtor, and I'll list it for 109. And I know for a fact I can probably make 30 on that one. So yeah, that's been some of the week. Again, I have this car that I'm gonna hopefully go see this house. I sold another house for, I think it was for like 5K. I reduced my what's it called, my assignment fee to 5K so that I can JV with the flipper, and probably because the properties right now in that area are going for around 420, 350 through 420. So I can probably make an extra 30K on the back end. And I want to get more involved in getting permits, etc. with him. I don't want to be the contractor. I don't want to be somebody that just want to be involved. And I told him, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. I'll reduce my assignment to 5, and then just give me 30% of the off on the back end of the profit. So again, I was gonna make 20 on the assignment, but I'll make 5, and hopefully I'll make 30 on the back end. So yeah, that was other agreement that I have. That was a funny story with a lady for the memorandum of contract. She's just straight up liar. But I have recorded calls in it, and where I'm from in Texas, it's a one-party state where only one person has to know that it's being recorded, which is myself. So yeah, that's some of the stuff that's funny for this week. Just handling people, liars. Again, like I say, buyers are liars and sellers are too. So yeah, do you guys have any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? Let's see. Like I mentioned last time, I've always mentioned that there's a service called CBuyer. I don't know if you guys know about it. So CBuyer, what they do is they offer leads, right? So I purchased it for the month because I get it's $480 for the month. I get 40 leads, around $12 a lead. Some are good, some are bad. Some are just tire kickers. But I also get access to the previous, I think it was like 1,200 leads from them for the whole year. So it's like paying 50 cents per lead. It's a correct address and it's a correct phone number. So I did that. I'll probably have to cancel it this month on the 21st because it renews at the 22nd for $600 a month. So from that, I've had 2 good deals. They haven't gotten contracts, but they're good leads. Just a matter of just finessing them down to where it makes sense for both of us. But yeah, if you guys don't want to pay for SEO and you just want to get leads coming in, I think if you don't get the promotion, it's $15 a lead, which is pretty reasonable. If you get 3 leads a month, and you don't have to do any marketing, 30 leads times 15, $450 a month. $450 a month for 30 leads, 30 chances of getting a property, the contract and wholesale or flip. There are some. My first deal, my first big deal was from a CBuyer lead for a tax what's it called, a tax violation. Let me show you. Let me show you a second, because I asked them, like, how do you guys do your marketing? Like, what do you guys show the client? So that when I talk to the client, that I know more or less how to explain what they saw. Let me show it to you. Stories of the week, guys. The banks are collapsing. It's craziness. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. So let me show it to you. It's good. What they send the clients pretty good. Let me show it to you. So this is what they show the client. So I asked them, like, what do you guys show the client? So when I get the client on the line, that I know what they've seen. See buyer. Do you guys see my screen? So this is what they show the client. Okay, let me. So I was like, let me go through that. Let me go through their funnel, and see. This is a company and see buyer. All right. So let's put 25. Let me get an address up. 23, 32nd Street, San Diego. 32. I just put a random address. Okay. Perfect. It got it there. Get a cash offer. So this is the next thing they ask you. How soon would you like to sell? As soon as possible. 3 months, 6 months, 2 months. Not sure. Of course, we wanna get, and you can see this motivations on the things that they send you. You see this. So let's go as soon as possible. My computer's a little bit slow right now. Why? Oh, it's possible. Is the property currently listed on the real estate? Let's put no. Demo user, continue. It'll ask you for this: name, phone number, and email. So I get name, phone number, and email from them. Right? Do you properly list with a no? And it tells you this. It's telling this. It's showing the client this, and it's working. Like, oh, look, we're hitting frame walls, whatever. It's cool. This is cool the way they do it. It's like SEO from like the PPC, and you get like a good lead, and you have a good converting page. Boom, finish. This is what they say. Finishing. Good news. We're interested. Continue. Is this your number? Yes. Yes. Why are you thinking about selling? This is perfect. Relocate, upgrading, downsizing, inherited home, too many repairs. Great. These are great niche points as far as pain points. Let's say inherited home. Perfect. Are you considering discounting the price of property? Some say yes, some say no. No obligation or commitment. Boom. Imagine you say yes. I got some that say yes. Are you planning to buy another home after you sell? Yes. Would you need financing when you find another home to buy? Yes. The reason why they're asking this question is because they see buyer does both selling leads and buyer's leads. They do both. Describe any special features on the phone. I mean, let's say pull, and you put enter, shift enter, and you want another one. Let's say pull back room addition. Oh, finish. Let's see, just taking a bit. Come on. It works better when I'm not on a Zoom call, because again, right now it's pulling out I need to get a better, what's it called, router or something. It froze on me. So then it goes to the next one, and then I think that's the last page where it says, congratulations, somebody will be reaching out to you. So let me show you. So that's the funnel that they see, which is good, right? Now he's like, okay, let me see how I receive the lead. So the way that I get the lead, it looks like this. Let me show it to you. So again, if you guys don't have time to do marketing yourselves, again, $450 a month, it gives you how many reps for the year? 30 times 12, 360 shots. I'm getting a deal for 400. What did I say? 30 times 15 times 12 for $5,400. Again, if you make one deal that makes you 10, they already paid for itself. That's if you suck converting, because if you get 300, if you only convert 1 out of 360 leads, you have a 0.002% conversion rate. Again, if you're at a worst case scenario, if you convert 10% of the leads, 360 times 10.10 is 36 deals. And that's a lot, but you might not be that good. Even if you convert 1% of the deals, you make what's it called? You make 3 deals, 4 deals, and it makes sense. So this is how you get it. You get the name of the client. This one's covered. When you click it, it says get number. When you click it, it goes like this. So this is the name of the client. Curious about selling this. There's the email of the client, et cetera, et cetera. Address. It tells you this. Leave description. Like their reason for selling, they put other, right? Some of them have other stuff, like relocating or too many repairs, etc. And then it has here, home seller, cash offer valuation. This homeowner responded to a cash offer advertisement via email or text. So when I call these clients, let me call one of the. So when you call these clients, you can ask them, "Hey, Mr. Homeowner, I see you responded to our cash offer advertisement on your property on Abraham Road. Is this Mr. John?" Okay, perfect, John. Let me go ahead and ask you a few questions. Is this a correct time? Do you have 7 minutes so we can talk? And then you go from there. So then again, those are the type of leads that you get through CBuyer. Again, if you get for the whole year, you make a commitment, I'm gonna pay $6,000 for the whole year. You get around 360 leads. I'm like, trust me, you'll get a deal from there. No marketing calls, no cold calls. They're all warm calls. Now, mind you, some of these calls they say that it's not them, and it happens. Let me pull up one. Let me call, because right now I have just today. I just got one. I have several that I got to call right now. And now what I do, I call them first from my business line, which is the one that has all my SEO. So it's not a scam likely number. You know, when you get like numbers from REI Reply, you get stuff like that. Now first I do that, then I send them a text. Then after I send them a text from that number, then I put them in my REI Reply, and then probably in about 10 days, if I don't get any response to my phone back, then I start a new campaign, like a brand new client from my REI Reply number. So let me see. Let me call this one. And mind you, these are not cold calls, because they called you on a. They might say they didn't do it. That's one of the things that I've noticed with some of these leads. Like, oh, I wasn't me. So there's 4 or 5 ways that they can get you a credit back. So they say you get a lead, and then it was a bad lead, it's a bad number, wrong person, language barrier, or a duplicate. They'll give you a credit and they'll put it back on. It won't go against your, let's say, 30 for the month. So let's go here. Okay. Let's call this person. See. Go. 6. Okay. See, some of these don't answer. You do the.
Please leave your.
You do it again. You do the 3-time dial. The reason why you do the 3 dial, if the client has, like I just heard this couple of days ago. If you dial twice in a row, if you have your phone on do not disturb, it'll send you the call anyways. If you dial within I guess a certain time frame. See, this lady's not answering.
Please leave your message for.
Hey, Mr. Luna, go ahead and give me a call back. You had submitted some information, and some cash offer evaluation. Give me a call. Thank you. Make it simple, short. Again, don't over explain on the voicemail. And then what I do next, just send him a text. Let's see. 86702. Hello, and you put the name of the of the person. And then you put, you responded to a. You copy mostly what they sent you on the. Says I put hello, Mrs. X. You responded to a cash offer advertising via email or text about your house, on, and then you send the address. Oh. Okay. Would you like for me to email you better at, and then you put their email. Why do I put their email? Because it shows social proof that you're not just a cold caller out of random. You got their number, you got their address, you got their name, and you got their email. Again, you might get 3 of those, but the email is rare to get. Even when you do escape trading, you might not get the email. And call me back. There you go. There goes the text, and then you wait. Now you add it to us. You add it to your CRM, right? You pretend a follow up. I know Ty was asking about how to do a follow ups or what CRM to use. Again, I use iReal Reply because that's where I do my text. I have my websites there, so I already pay for that other stuff. The way that I do my follow ups, I just tag them. So let's say I want to do a follow up for March 31st. I tag it as month March, and then as 31st. So when I do my searches, I do a query for everything that has a March and everything that has a 31st, and it pulls up all those for me. That's how I do my follow-up. Once I'm done, let's say I'm done. Let's say 31st comes in, and I'm already following up on that one. I put whatever, no answer, no text. They say, you know what, I want to follow up in April 5th. I remove the March, I remove the 31st, and I put April, and then I put the 5th. And then constantly every single day. So today's the 16th, I think. 17th. So tomorrow I'll do a query for March 18th. March 1st, the tag March and the tag 18th. And anything that has that tag will come in there. And I have a trigger where those are texted to me, to my number. It says, because anything, it's like a birthday reminder. Anything that has that March, that what's called month and that date gets sent to me as, hey, Arturo, you need to follow up on all these. And it has all the addresses and all the phone numbers. And they come in as text. So if you look at it, let me show it to you guys how it comes in. You see, so let me see, let's see. Come on, give me one. Let's see. So they come in as follow-ups. And I put notes as far as to what I need to do. I need to call the client, I need to send them a text, send them an email, etc. But you see, they've been coming in every day. They come in, and the reason why I wanted to come into my phone because they didn't come into my email. But again, sometimes I don't access my email that often, so I'd rather have them as far as a text. I text all the time, so that's more convenient for me. They come in, a task is created, a text is sent to me, and of course, the new queries are created every day. So yeah, that's how I do follow up on mine. Again, it is $49 to do the RBR reply. But again, you get the calls, you get the text, you get the RVMs, you get the emails, you get the websites, and I created it as a CRM. So yeah, that's basically how I do my follow-ups. I know Ty was asking what CRM to use. So yeah, I was doing my follow-ups today for March 17th, which is today, Friday. So hey guys, if you don't have you guys have any questions before I log off today? I need to head out right now. You have any questions, ma'am? You, Aisha, before where do I get my divorce lists from? I get them from from the county. Here in my area, anything that has to do with the divorce has to be recorded at the county. And what the ones that I get are when it's already decreed. I get when the decree is recorded. Those are the ones that I get. I don't get the initial petitions. As far as when somebody opens a divorce proceeding where they want a divorce, I get them because usually when somebody the way that my reasoning is when somebody records a divorce decree, is because now they want to do something with the property. That means if in the divorce decree it says that party A got the property, you will record it when you want to do something. They say I want to sell it, I want to refinance it, so that everybody in the county knows that you got divorced and I got the property. Why else you wouldn't record it just to record it? You only record it. My reason is you only record it when you want them to know that is your property. So yeah. So yeah, guys. Any questions before what list stack used to what list stack to use with PropWire? There are different ones. Again, you can go to the absentee, which is one, and I know the pre-foreclosure. That's good. If it's pre-foreclosure and it's absentee, that means they don't live there. It's a high possibility they don't live there. Where else do they have? They have I don't know if they updated the tax one, but again, the out of state and the absentee is good too. I think this one is probate. Look at all the probates, and then if you want to do all the probates, pre-foreclosures as well too. Pre-foreclosure is one of the highest pain points to have, and if you get a stack, anything that's a stack, lien violation, out of state, probate issue, what's it called? What are the other ones? Divorce. Those are great. What's it called? Things to stack against the pre-foreclosures, because pre-foreclosures are the most what's called pain point ones. And yeah, so those are the ones that I will use to stack on. But yeah, check it out, guys. PropWire is free. If you don't have leads, guys, PropWire is free. I know, and I tested it on my market compared against PropStream, and it's pretty close for free. Again, come on, guys. You guys know me. I'm frugal. I don't like to spend money. I don't like to spend money when I know I can save money. Let me rephrase that, because I do like to spend money. When I can't save money, I'll just spend it. But if I can save money by being a little more diligent, being more resourceful instead of relying on resources, then yeah. So yeah, guys. Any other questions? I gotta wrap up here in about 2 minutes. Any questions? Perfect. Thank you for logging in, guys. Thank you guys for everybody online watching. Again, like I say, guys, consistency. Just be consistent, and you'll beat your you'll beat your demons as far as of procrastinations, and you'll beat your competition. Just be consistent. Consistent. Trust me, it might take 5-6 months, but once that you get the wheel moving, it won't stop if you don't stop. But if you stop, I know a lot of people get the one itis where they get one deal and they stop doing the marketing and they spend the money and I gotta get back to it. That sucks because you prove the concept and you let go of it and now you go back into it. It might be twice hard the next time because now you like, I know I can get it done, but it's harder now. So yeah, guys, be consistent. Again, prop wire. If you don't have leads, you don't have no money, go to prop wire, guys. Prop wire. And if you don't have money to skip trace, go to True People Search. It's free. You just gotta spend your time. So guys, stay there. Stay hungry, guys. Stay humble. Again, prop wire is free. And there's no reason why you shouldn't make any money, guys. It's free. Just a matter of you guys doing it. So see you guys next week. Again, hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay consistent and hopefully you guys bring me some deals so us to talk about it next Friday. Be safe.